Ciao a tutti! Today we're gonna talk about Italian etiquette when it comes to going to the restaurant, and these things are considered rude for Italians, but I will actually make you understand how these things are actually done also by some Italians that can be perceived actually as rude. So we're gonna talk about a very interesting topic that I'm really passionate about because I love going to the restaurant and eating nice food. So, iniziamo! Numero 1 is cutting the spaghetti with a knife. So in Italy, the way you eat the spaghetti is like you use just the fork and then you kind of like roll the spaghetti and then you eat it. We generally don't we don't cut the spaghetti. We also generally we shouldn't use a spoon, okay, to eat the spaghetti. But honestly, I know some Italians that eat with the spoon, and you kind of like know that they're doing it and you kind of like accept it, even if, according to the etiquette, you shouldn't actually do it. Numero 2 is asking for Parmesan with a seafood type of dish. Like, for example, on spaghetti alle vongole, you shouldn't ask for Parmigiano, right? But there are some exceptions to this rule because there are some traditional Italian recipes where you have seafood and cheese. But the thing is, you never actually ask for the cheese. If it's in the recipe, it's already in the recipe. Okay, so if it's not served with Parmesan, we generally don't ask for it. Then we have using your phone at the table. So this is kind of a big problem in Italy. I'm seeing more and more Italians using their phones at the table, and for me personally, eating is a very important moment during the day, and I grew up in a family where like using the phone at the table was considered rude. And for example, a family member does it, and I won't tell you who because I want to protect him, but when he does it, we get annoyed because for us it's kind of like a lack of respect. But it is very, very common, and more people are actually doing it in Italy too. Another one is resting your elbows on the table. So basically eating like this, right? Like generally they shouldn't be on the table. And actually I'll tell you this funny story. When I was little, I went to this school where when they would serve you the meals, they were very strict about the fact that you shouldn't put the elbows on the table, and so they would make us put books under our armpits like this so that you couldn't actually put the elbows on the table. And so that almost like traumatized me, and now I never put the elbows on the table because of that. But I have to be honest, when I'm relaxed, and I'm not at the restaurant, I might forget this rule. Another thing is asking for ice in your wine. So basically this is more like table etiquette. In Italy, you don't really put ice in your wine, even if it's like white or red. It's not something that we do. And finally, the cappuccino rule. Nowadays, everyone knows this. We don't really ask for cappuccino after a meal. That's more of like an Italian tradition. But the truth is, I'm seeing that more and more Italian restaurants are serving cappuccino after the meal or even during the meal because of tourists. Because they know that tourists want cappuccino, they're like, okay, I'm gonna give you cappuccino. Probably they're gonna also charge you more money than they should, and yeah, so it's become something that they actually do. Bene, questo è tutto per oggi. Fammi sapere se hai imparato qualcosa di nuovo e alla prossima. Ciao ciao!